Here's my 2015 Volkswagen GTi. It's the Autobahn one, not the more performance one with the upgraded brakes and such, but it's got the leather seats. This car, I had 2013 Scion FRS before this car, and then I didn't like the Scion, as if you've seen my other previous videos, you know why, and I explained it and such. But yeah, I picked up this car, traded the Scion FRS in for it, just got it registered yesterday. This car, it blows my mind. Like, as people know, I'm like a Honda guy and whatnot, and I've owned a couple Volkswagens, like older ones, like 04 and under, and this thing, for what it is crazy. It's super comfortable. I will never I don't think I'll find another more comfortable car for the price range it is. I got the car for $25,000 with trade-in and my previous loan and whatnot. This thing is a blast to drive. Super fun. It's cheap on gas, surprisingly, for being a 2-liter turbo. That's even when you have your foot in it. It's not bad. I get about roughly, if I'm in it for most of the tank, I get roughly 450. But if I'm really trying, I probably could get 700 out of it, kilometers. It's got the LED daytime running lights, and it's got Xeon HIDs through projectors. No, is it LED? I don't know. Something like that. That square in the middle right there is for automatic high beams, and it tells you when there's an oncoming, like a car, you're getting close to a car or whatnot. It's supposed to have adaptive cruise control, I think, because my buddy has a 2016 and his has that, but he has like the top of the line GTi in the 2-door. His is white. This, I don't know what to say. I've never really owned. Oh, it's got keyless entry, so you lock it like this, like that, and you can hold it and it'll close the windows if you have the key in your pocket, but the car is running. So, and then you put your hand in here with the keys in your pocket and it'll open, and you can do that anywhere around. I could open the trunk and do the same. I don't know if it's gonna open. This has a Fender audio system with the factory sub in the trunk where the spare tire is. It's a little dirty because the spare tire was used half an hour before I got the car delivered to where it was supposed to be. Drove like, I'd say 7 hours, and half an hour before he showed up, he blew the friggin' tire. So the dealer bought me another tire, brand new tire on this side. He bent the rim a bit, but you can't see it. It's on the inside, but you don't feel it. Balanced out good, so that's not bad. Oh, it's got automatic wipers. You just leave it on the first setting, and like, see the first setting right there, and it'll just turn on automatically as soon as it gets raindrops or whatnot on the windshield. It's got heated seats, I said that already. Dual zone climate control. It has Sirius XM, but it's not activated yet. It's got Bluetooth. It's got this little weird adapter here for an iPhone 4 or 4S or iPod Touch, whatever you would like. The adapter's in here. It is. I think for 2015 it's pretty outdated. but then in 2016 they came with just a USB port there, so with I think CarPlay, because the stereo comes upgraded and whatnot. Like my buddy's 2016 can make his own friggin' race tracks on it and such in town and whatnot. It has nav. Here, I'll turn it on. I do not care if you guys see where I am. Yeah, I got it in sport mode, which well, sport mode with traction control completely off, which is ESC Sport. You like you put in sport mode like this, and ESC Sport will not be off, so you have to go and turn it off yourself. That way traction control is completely off. One thing I really like about this is the turning, like it's like one whole spin. Wheels locked. This is straight. Wheels locked. There's a lot of functions in this, like the assist systems, navigation. You can see your, like, it'll tell you what direction you're in. You can see your audio coming up through here, and you can choose your song through this when you have it on that screen. But if you're not, you get the next intro, whatever. And oops, shows your phone, and then it tells you all the status about your car. See, I have traction control off, and front assist is not on because it's in sport mode with traction control off. Yeah, so that's that. Lap timer, I can do a lap timer for a track, or depending on if I'm going on a trip or something, it'll tell me my distance, how long it took me to get there. Driving data would be, I have it set on kilometers, like my speedometer there, because I really don't like the way it's set up here. It kind of looks off, and I'm not used to it yet, so this way I'm not getting tickets. And then you can go up, see my temperature, oil temperature, consumption roughly on what it is consuming on gas right now. My average is 8.8. I've been city driving, so that's not bad, and I've been stepping on it quite a bit. I just tanked up yesterday, and it barely moved for 56 kilometers. My range is 630. What's this? I do not know what this is. Travel time, I've been driving an hour since I started the car. I've driven 30 kilometers since I started the car, average speed, and yes. Yeah, and I went through everything already. It's got automatic headlights, but if you leave it on auto, you can pull out the, as you see, the fog lights turn on, so it'll have the lights on automatically if you don't like that. See, the lights are not on now, but if I pull this, it'll automatically turn on my headlights. So during the day, I like having that little LEDs on. For, like, I've seen the older Volkswagens, they have a small tray. This thing's freaking huge. It's got a little tool, like compartment or whatnot, underneath the seat, under the driver's seat, as you can see. It's got the older Volkswagens, I know you just left the setting on here and it would be heated, right? This one, you have to actually turn it on. So I think that's cool, because I like my dials, like, I don't like having it turned to the side. Like in the older ones, I would just turn it to the side so my heated mirrors weren't constantly on, and I didn't really like that, because it's just like this volume knob is annoying. It turns, and it kind of drives me nuts. There's a lot of different settings, like say you get a flat or whatnot, or your tires are low on pressure and whatnot. You can just set it through here so that your light doesn't come on in the dash. You can set a speed warning for winter tires, and you can change the speed and whatnot. I turned that off because that's annoying. It comes up on the dash saying warning your speed and whatnot. It says you're over the speed. The assistance systems, like I said, is when there's a car coming in front of you, like you're coming towards the car, and it slams the brakes on, it'll light up red here saying that there's a car in front of you that's literally right in front and you need to press the brakes. It doesn't actually do it for you. Like my buddy's adaptive cruise control, he has a button here where you can just turn it on. So actually I don't know what this is for. Oh no, that would be upping my speed and limit. Okay, that makes sense. Volume controls for my volume on the left side. GTi, cool little logo there. It's already beginning to be a long video. You can have a bunch of different light settings. Too bad it's not at night. I'd show you guys. There's little red LEDs up in here, all the way down. And then here there's a little strip of red. It is lit up when you open the door. You can't see it right now, maybe a little bit, but that lights up red also. And then you have LED lights underneath here that light up, that you can footwell lighting, and you can adjust the control of the lighting on that, and then turning the car on and off. It'll, for a period of 10 seconds, the lights, and you can change the time for that also. Mirrors and wipers, like I said, it's automatic if you leave it on the first setting, and when you're in reverse you can have the wiper turn on automatically if it's raining. That, and you can set it to unlock all doors when you just put your hand in the door, like I said. And I turned off the setting for the horn because that's annoying. Every time I go to lock it, it has a dinky horn. It doesn't have a dinky horn when you honk it. It has more of like a Ford horn or a bigger V6 car horn, I would say. But then like when you lock it, it's the traditional Volkswagen beep. Yeah. And then you can set like what you want in that display, like I said, the one that we're in now. You can set all, you can check, uncheck, do what you like. Stand, units. That's just like if you're in the States or whatnot. But see, this car is a Canadian car, so it's in kilometers per hour. And then there's the service that tells you. These cars, like I got the car at 51,000. The oil change is rated for 15,000 kilometers, which I think it is pretty absurd for an oil change. But I mean, it is fully synthetic, so I guess. But I'm not gonna run off of that because that's not how I would like it. Yeah, so then you can go Bluetooth. That's how I listen to my music. And it tells you you're in sport mode there. It tells you outside temperature, so does right there. And then the stereo. It's not bad. So you have the Fender audio system tweeters right there. Yeah, we'll turn that off. This is fully adjustable too. Put it back. You can open it all the way, and then you can, if you slowly pull up on it, push it down, you hear it click slowly. I can adjust it to where I want it. Yeah, this car's back seat is pretty big. Like, I don't know if you can see that, but it's pretty decent size for what it is. You have a tweeter there and a speaker at the bottom, same as on the other side with a little cup holder pocket on the edge. You have 2 cup holders. I'd say 3, but I don't know how you'd have 3 because you would have to fold this down in order for that to work. It's got the sunroof, as you could see the picture, the video earlier. It's got a little sunglasses holder here. LED interior lights, and then that one switch right there, it turns on all of them at once. Then you can do like outside, like when you open the door, you don't want it on. You can just turn on the rear ones from right here. It's very driver orientated, this car, and then you could just turn on one side, as this one would go for the driver's side, but that's a little annoying. I find that it would turn on all lights. You have automatic rear dimming. Well, it's not automatic. If I turn it off, it's off completely until I turn it on again. It's not like a Dodge. These are LED, like soon as you open it. But see, if you tilt it, you could leave it open if you want. I never use that. If you just tap it once, it'll blink 3 times. You have automatic high beams. I'll show you. Look, you turn it on like that, like so. Press it once and see, it says automatic high beams. So it'll go by when it's dark out, and if there's a car coming, it'll sense the lighting on it. Or say you get a sign and it shines really bright off of it, it'll turn the lights off, the high beams. But yeah, that's a nice little feature that I like. It's different, different compared to what I've owned. Volkswagen still going with these. I don't like that one bit. Though to recline your seats, very annoying. Yeah, so that's the car. Tell me what you guys think about the car, what you thought about my decision on the car, what you think of the car, and let me know in the comments below, and subscribe for more. Thanks, guys.